Hello sir, my name is Dikshant Sharma. I am a first year undergraduate student of the Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, IIT Kharagpur. My roll number is 21MT30009 and I am from section 20. As a part of my first DIY assignment, I tried making a clock tower, or more specifically Big Ben. So here's what my final model looks like. Before making the model, I had to have a brief idea of what are the real dimensions of the Big Ben. So I noted it down and scaled it down according to my needs. For making the main body, I drew different squares on the XY plane at different heights and used the loft feature. For making this bulged cube, I used the same loft technique after drawing two squares on the XY plane. For making this clock circle, I drew a circle on one of the faces of the cube, padded it and used the polar array feature so that it can be available on all the four faces. For making these windows, I first drew a rectangle on one of the faces of the clock tower and using the combination of polar and ortho array, I made it available on all of its faces. For making these pillars, I again used the array feature. I also used the array feature for making these horizontal pillars. To make it look beautiful, I made a curved top by using the loft feature without ruled surfaces. To make holes here and also in the windows, I used the Boolean cutout feature. For making the hands of the clock, I first drew one of the hand on the XZ plane. Then I made a polar array of it so that it could be available on all the four faces. Also making this stair-like slope, I used the loft feature after making various squares at different heights. After completing this model, we had to import this in the Cura software. After opening the Cura software, I will first import my file here. After it gets imported, I can see that it is a bit big, so it would take more time to get printed. So I will use the scale function over here and scale it down by 50%. After scaling it down, I can see that my model would look like this after getting printed. Before printing, I will check the printing settings over here. So my infill percent is 20% and the speed of it to be getting printed is 60 mm per second. After changing the settings, I will use the slice function over here. Now it shows that my model would take 3 hours and 32 minutes to get printed. By clicking preview over here, we can look at how our model would look after getting printed. Vertical bar shows how it gets printed along with time and the pattern with which it is printed inside the model. Zooming it would give us a brief idea of how it gets printed. After this, we can save the G code of this. Thank you.